8:13. We are discussing vaccinations this morning, and radio host Lisa Wexler is joining us now to share her opinions. And this is basically, good morning, good to see you, parents opting out of making their kids get these vaccinations. And so some of the other kids and teachers and parents are saying, hey, wait a minute, we need kids vaccinated in our schools.
The pediatricians are saying that.
They might be spreading things.
Well, I think it's inherently a selfish attitude based on poor science. There was a study that has been discredited a long time ago that linked autism to vaccinations, which is what scared a lot of parents to begin with. That has been discredited 1,000 ways from Sunday. So why would people choose to not vaccinate their kids? Because they feel like it, and legislators are allowing parents to do this. The reason it's wrong on a whole lot of levels. First of all, I think people have forgotten what it's like to have a polio outbreak, or a measles outbreak, or mumps or rubella, where a pregnant woman doesn't even know it, and she's standing next to somebody with rubella, and her child could come out with birth defects. We have forgotten what it was like to be so scared. Vaccinations are a miracle of 20th century medicines. We shouldn't just discard them because we feel like it. It's wrong.
Yeah, I had read that a lot of parents see this box on the form that just allows you to opt out easily, and maybe they're just ambivalent. They're not quite sure. I'll just opt out. It's just easier. Do you think it's better to maybe take that option away?
Yes.
Make it more difficult
Without
for them
question.
to opt out?
I mean, historically, when I have had my kids in public school, you needed to provide a reason. Well, why are you not vaccinating your kid? Otherwise, you couldn't go to school. And frankly, they were pretty strict about it. They didn't want you in school unless you had vaccinated your kid. And the reason for that makes a lot of sense. If you're a parent and you haven't vaccinated your child, well, what you're doing is you're assuming everyone else is not going to give your child that disease. So you're being selfish. You're sort of having your kid be healthy on the backs of other parents that are vaccinated. And the irony is that there are children born with immunosuppressant diseases, that are immunocompromised diseases. Those kids cannot get vaccines for medical reasons, but they are more susceptible to getting the disease if the rest of the population doesn't have them.
What about some parents who say, you know, it's against my religious beliefs to have this type of thing done to my children?
Well, we have that exemption already, and I take that.
Then okay?
No, not for me. I'd have to take it with a grain of salt. To me, science trumps religion.
Right.
Honestly, we have, you know, the pediatricians describe this as a herd mentality. Vaccines don't really work unless most people get them. That's the way they are.
There's some argument that says, you know, you start getting so many vaccines, we really don't know in the future if getting 24 vaccinations by the time we're 6 years old, if that's going to somehow hurt us when we get to be 70 years old.
You know what? And I interviewed a doctor on this subject on my radio show last week, and he said that that's nonsense. What you want to do is prevent infants from dying from these diseases. That's why you vaccinate them. Lisa
Wexler, good to see you. Let's remind everybody that they can listen to the Lisa Wexler radio show. She's on from 4 to 6 p.m. WFAS. You can head on over to lisawexler.com. Follow her on Facebook and Twitter. She's everywhere, Lisa Wexler.